Hello students, I welcome all of you to the science class. Subject Biology, Unit 17, Plant Kingdom. This is the continuation of Plant Kingdom. We just recap the topics which we have studied earlier. Taxonomy and its classification, binomial nomenclature, salient features of algae, economic importance of algae, general characters of fungi, economic importance of fungi, and harmful effects of fungi. Today, the topics to be discussed about general characters of bryophytes, classification of bryophytes, economic importance of bryophytes, general characters of pteridophytes, economic importance of pteridophytes, gymnosperms and its classification, angiosperms and its classification, and uses of medicinal plants. Bryophytes. We will see the general characters of bryophytes. In bryophytes are the primitive and simplest group of land plants. These are terrestrial and non-vascular cryptogams. Cryptogams means they have no vascular tissues like xylem and phloem. Water is essential to complete their life cycle, so these plants are called amphibians of the plant kingdom. Water is essential to complete their life cycle, so these plants are called amphibians of the plant kingdom. Bryophytes have distant alternation of generation. Gametophytic is dominant and sporophytic generation is small and depends on the gametophytic generation. The gametophytic plant can be either thalloid, that is liverworts, or leafy, that is mosses, M-O-S-S-E-S, mosses. The plant remains fixed to the substratum with the help of root-like structure called rhizoid. The plant remains fixed to the substratum with the help of root-like structure called rhizoid, R-H-I-Z-O-I-D, rhizoid. Sexual reproduction is oogamous type. Sexual reproduction is oogamous type. They have well-developed sex organs like antheridia and archegonia. Antheridia means male gamete and archegonia means a female gamete. The male sex organ is antheridium, which produces anthrozoid, and the female sex organ is archegonium, which contains an egg. Anthrozoid swims and reaches the archegonium and fertilizes the egg and forms zygote. Zygote is the first cell which develops into sporophytic generation. Zygote is the first cell which develops into sporophytic generation. Spore is the first cell of the gametophytic generation. Spore is the first cell of the gametophytic generation. Next, we will see the classification of bryophytes. Before that, we want to know the difference between algae and fungi. Algae are autotrophic. Fungi are heterotrophic. Most of the algae are aquatic. Most of the fungi are terrestrial. In algae, the cell wall is made up of cellulose. In fungi, the cell wall is made up of chitin. In algae contain starch as a stored food material. In fungi contain glycogen and oil as the stored food material. Now we see the classification of bryophytes. The classification of bryophytes, we have three classes. Class 1 Hepaticae and Class 2 Anthrocerotae and Class 3 Musci. First we will see the first class, that is Hepaticae. These are lower forms of bryophytes. They are simple in structure than most. Protonymal stage is absent. Protonymal stage means earlier stage is absent. Sporophyte is very simple and short-lived. For example, Riccia. See the image of Riccia. Class 2 Anthocerote. Gametophyte is undifferentiated thallus. Thallus means the body of algae. Rhizoids. Rhizoids means the plant remains fixed to the substratum with the help of root-like structure called rhizoid or unicellular and unbranched. Here, the protonomal stage is absent, that is, the earlier stage is absent. Sporophyte is differentiated into foot and capsule only. For example, see the picture for Anthoceros. Next, we will move on to the class 3, that is musky. These are higher forms which the gametophyte is differentiated into stem-like, leaf-like parts. Here the protonomal stage is present, that is the earlier stage is present. Sporophytes is differentiated into foot, seta and capsule. For example, Funaria. See the picture for Funaria, Funaria, Funaria. Next, we will see the economic importance of bryophytes. Bryophytes prevent the soil erosion. Sphagnum can absorb a large amount of water, hence it used by the gardeners in nursery. Sphagnum means a plant of a genus that comprises the peat mosses. Peat is a valuable fuel like coal obtained from sphagnum. Peat means a highly organic material found in marshy or damp regions. Next one is pteridophytes. Pteridophytes are the first true land plants like xylem and phloem, hence it is called cryptogams. Pteridophytes also exhibit alternation of generation. The diploid sporophytic phase alternates with the haploid gametophytic phase. The main plant body is sporophytes, which is the dominant phase, differentiated into true root, stem and leaves. See the life cycle of pteridophytes. Here, the main plant body is sporophyte, which is the dominant phase, differentiated into true root, stem and leaves. Sporophytes reproduce by means of spores. Spores are produced in sporangium. The sporangia bearing leaves are called sporophyll. Most of the plants produce only one type of spore. It may be either microspore or megaspore, that is called homospores. In some plants, two types of spores are produced. They are microspore and megaspore, that is called heterospores. Spores gives rise to gametophytic generation called prothallus, which is a short-lived and independent. The gametophytes produce the multicellular sex organs, antheridium, which produces anthozeroid, that is a male gamete, and archegonium, which contains an egg, that is a female gamete. The anthrozoid fertilizes with egg and form diploid zygote. It develops into an embryo which differentiate into sporophyte. Next, we will see the economic importance of pteridophytes. Ferns are used as ornamental plants. The sporocarp of Mercilia. Mercilia means a water fern, is used as a food by tribal people. Next, we will see the differentiate between bryophytes and pteridophytes. In bryophytes, the main plant body is gametophyte. In pteridophytes, it is sporophyte. In bryophytes, these are non-vascular plants. In pteridophytes, these are vascular plants. In bryophytes, sporophyte is parasitic over gametophyte. In pteridophytes, sporophyte is independent of gametophyte. In bryophytes, plant body can be thallus or foliose. In pteridophytes, it is differentiated into stem, leaves and roots. In bryophytes, true stems and leaves are not present. In pteridophytes, It has true stems and leaves. In bryophytes, roots are absent, rhizoids are present. In pteridophytes, roots are only present. Next, we will see about gymnosperms. Gymnosperms are naked seed plant. That is, the ovule is not enclosed by ovary. Gymnosperms have two phases in its life cycle. One is sporophytic and another one is gametophytic. Plant body is sporophyte dominant, which is differentiated into root, stem and leaf. They have well developed vascular tissues like xylem and phloem. Next, we will see the economic importance of gymnosperms. Wood of many conifers are used in the paper industries. For example, Pinus agathis. Conifers are the sources of soft wood for construction, packing, and plywood industry. For example, cedrus. Epihedrine is an alkaloid extracted from Epihedra. It cures asthma and respiratory problems. Next, we will see about angiosperms. The word angiosperm is derived from two Greek words. Angio means box or closed and sperma means seed. Angiosperms are called the flowering plants. In this group, more than 4 lakhs living species are found. They occupy every habitat on earth except extreme environment. Extreme environment means extreme hot and cold conditions. They have well developed conducting tissues like vascular bundles. Xylem contains vessel, trachea, xylem parenchyma, and xylem fiber. Phloem contains side tubes, phloem parenchyma, companion cells, and phloem fibers. Classification of angiosperms. Angiosperms are divided into two classes. They are monocotyledon and another one is dicotyledons. Next, we will see the character features of monocotyledons. You know that seed has only one cotyledon. Plants have fibrous root system, leaves with parallel venation. Flowers are trimerous and not differentiated into calyx and corolla. Pollination occurs mostly by wind. Pollination means a transfer of pollen from male of a plant to a female part of a plant. Next, we will see the general character features of dicotyledons. Seed has two cotyledons. Plants have taproot system. Leaves with reticulate venation. Flowers are tetramerous or pentamerous. Tetra means 4, penta means 5. Calyx and corolla are well differentiated. Pollination occurs mostly by insects. Pollination means transfer of pollen from male of a plant to female part of a plant. For example, bean, mango and neem. Next, we will see the uses of medicinal plants. First medicinal plant is Acalypha indica, Cupaimeni. It belongs to the family Euphorbiaceae. The paste obtained from the leaves of this plant is used to cure the burns on the skin. The juice of this plant leaves is mixed with lemon juice to cure ringworm. Next medicinal plant is Aegli marmelis, Vilvum. It belongs to the family Rutaceae. The unripe fruit of this tree is used to treat indigestion. It is used to cure chronic diarrhea and dysentery. Solanum trilobatum is the binomial name of Tooduvalai. It belongs to the family Solanaceae. The leaves and fruits of this plant cure cough and cold. It is widely used in the treatment of tuberculosis and bronchial asthma. Next medicinal plant is Phyllanthus amaris, Kira Nelly. It belongs to the family Euphorbiaceae. The entire plant is used for the treatment of jaundice. It gives additional strength to the human liver and used to treat other liver disorders. Next medicinal plant is aloe vera, Sotrukattare. Sothukattare. It belongs to the family Liliaceae. Leaves of this plant is used to cure piles and inflammations on the skin. It cures peptic ulcer. Students, the lesson is over. In this lesson, we understand the plants are named with two words, that is a binomial name. We study the Bentham and Hooker's classification of seeded plants. We differentiate the types of algae based on the pigmentation. And we know the differentiate between bryophytes and pteridophytes. Now you can differentiate which plant is monocot plant and which plant is a dicot plant. From this lesson, we understand the importance of medicinal plants and their uses. Next, we move on to the assignment. The assignment question is difference between algae and fungi and write any 4 characters of pteridophytes. Here, I have attached the answer for the given questions. Kindly write it in your notebook and submit in the GCR. Thank you.